hype night.
We're really,
whoa, like
you're really, go for it. That's
right.
Yeah.
But I get a mean look on my face.
Yeah, Matt calls that the stank face. Right? Yeah, it's good.
It feels weird to do this. It doesn't feel right.
I used to dance for a long time with my friend Christina. We'd be like overly happy, but we would like wait and then we'd be like it'd be like a moment.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Personality.
Hype
to you.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Hype Night.
Welcome to Hype Night.
I'm Dale.
I'm Mel.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. I just feel like I start every Hype Night the same way. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I know. Well, but it's
Night.
true. Hype Night's very exciting.
Yeah. If you're new to Hype Night, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Listen, Mel and I every week bring on an amazing moment and we just hype her because there are so many amazing women to hype.
It's true. We were just saying today that we have a list that basically means we'll have episodes for several years.
Yeah. So really tuck in because we're
Get
sticking
cozy.
We
We're going to be here for several years.
Yes.
I mean, we'll take breaks, but we'll
sure.
be here.
But we'll always come back.
We'll be back.
We have air conditioning and we're good. So there's that.
It's a menacing start to Hype Night tonight.
Well, listen, Hype Night. Usually we start Hype Night by giving each other a little bit of hype.
Yeah.
Here. So I want to tell you something. Before we usually start in with Hype Night, I get to hang out with Melissa. And we've talked before about how wonderful and accepting you are of all my stories that I bring.
They're great stories.
But I really have to say, tonight I felt really listened to and really lovely, and you made me feel very good about my stories that I brought.
Oh, well, that's my
Not
pleasure.
that I prep stories; it's just what's happening in my life.
But you see, the thing about Dale, this is not going to be my hype about you. So let me give you my hype about you, and then my hype about you is that you're so positive. Like, you're so positive, but you're also like you really call people on their stuff, but you still remain positive, which I don't know how to do because I call people on their stuff and I'm rageful. And I
think there's a deep optimist that always believes that even when someone's being awful, they must be doing it for a reason.
Right. You have hope. You're a hopeful person.
Yeah, I lost it for a while, but it's coming back.
Well, I love it. So hype to you for that.
Thank you.
Also hype that your stories feel like they're prepared stories because you tell them so well.
I come from a family of storytellers. We should add my mom to the list of people to be on Hype Night.
Hype!
She's a wonderful storyteller.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So have your mom on.
Yeah.
Great. You're going to come on the show, Lynn.
Yeah, get on here, Lynn. It's going to happen.
So that's Hype Night.
Okay.
Just to celebrate and compliment.
That's it.
Yeah. I think we should get to our guest.
Oh, I think we really should.
Okay, we have an amazing guest this week. I know we say that every week, but I need to say
amazing
that I met this person through my husband, who's also our director and tech all-around great guy, Matt Campagna. And she's delightful, and she's also so accomplished. She's an award-winning journalist. You've probably seen her on global television.
Definitely have.
I mean,
definitely.
How could you not? And we're thrilled to have her, so we're just gonna bring her out because it's time to hype Farah Nasser! Woo! I always want to get up.
I was dancing when the music hadn't even started. This is great.
This is our. I really like this music.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm into it.
Dale thinks it's from a parade at Disney.
Yeah, I say it every week.
Yeah, and I love it. All right.
Yeah.
That's our open source music. Thank you, free music on the internet.
Thank you so much, open source music.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here.
Thanks for doing it.
I don't know you at all, but I feel like I know you now because I have all of this written here.
Because we did some
and
research.
You're so wonderful, so I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Well, I always love seeing Dale's notes because we work on the document separately, and so I love seeing your editorial notes where you'll be like, this reporting was amazing. Like, she just adds in her comments.
Very
so
nice.
That's true, because usually Melissa's done half of the work already
That's
because she gets to it faster than I do.
Sometimes, not always. Hype. I take it. Thank you,
Hype.
Dale. I have to take
That's
it.
hard.
That's hard, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I want to bring out our beverage.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So this week,
I have to do
because
it
it's
carefully.
we're in Toronto, for those of you who are watching, you are in Toronto, it's getting warm out now. The summer has actually started to be warm. So we're having some club
fancy.
I know, right? It's
No.
club soda or sparkling water with a little dash of lime cordial, although this brand that I bought calls it clarified lime juice.
That is really,
Right?
really nice.
So this is,
Thank you for going so fancy on
Oh
me.
my god, are you
Mine's
kidding?
usually the basic stuff and the, you know,
we had to
Oh, no.
some
scale
soda
that
in
up.
a can.
This
Thank
is
you.
Powell and Mahoney. Thank you, Powell and Mahoney, for your goodness. And this is Fever Tree. Now, you may recognize this brand because we had the tonic water for this when we had Vanessa Wishart on the show.
That's right.
And we loved the tonic water so much that we decided to try their sparkling water.
Yeah.
So thank you, Fever Tree.
So much so that I didn't like tonic water.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm gonna fall back in love with club soda.
Basically, our only goal on this show is to get Dale to like beverages she doesn't think she
Fall
likes.
back in love with things you don't
That's not
love.
so bad. That's not so bad.
I'm nervous
So,
to do this.
The splash.
The
That's why
splash,
we're doing
though.
this. Not also because it looks really cool, but how much of a splash do you like?
Just a little splash. Just
Just a
nothing
little,
not
like,
not too sweet.
Dale,
but
do you want to do it? Because you're. It's
Yeah, I want to
like,
splash
yeah,
it.
do it. Splash it up,
Watch me
Dale.
splash this.
Splash it.
Is that a splash?
That's good. No, a little bit more.
More.
Maybe a
Okay.
little bit more.
Splash it
That's
up.
a splash?
That's good, that's
Okay,
good.
there's
That
your
works.
splash.
Splash
How do
it
you
up.
feel based on that splash?
I feel like the same splash.
You like, I went like that?
Splash
I
sisters.
Splash sisters.
Then I
That's
went like
hashtag
that.
splash sisters.
Matt, what kind of splash
Matt?
you feeling?
Same.
Same.
Samesies.
Alright.
Samesies.
Oh my gosh, there you go.
Splash sibling.
Party. All right, Dale.
I also like that we made the drink today right in front of us.
Yeah, we don't always do
You
that.
don't do that, eh? It's
No.
usually pre-made.
Sometimes
Okay,
we
cool.
pre-make. Sometimes we rarely do we make it.
I didn't want the bubbles to leave
I
us.
know.
I wanted
Yeah.
the
I
bubbles
want
to
them
be
to
with us.
stay.
Brush.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stay bubbles.
Super.
All right.
Bubbles stay.
All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
Cheers
for having
to
me.
you.
Cheers.
Pleasure. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you watching us.
Mmm.
Oh, I'm
Does
into
it
that.
go
yeah,
down a
that's
splash?
good. That's good.
Oh, refreshing.
Woo! That's nice, huh?
I like that drink.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's so refreshing.
I have fallen back in love with
So
club
there's-
soda.
A new virgin cocktail for all of you.
There you
It's
go.
wonderful. It's really good.
Nice.
So listen, we got to. Oh, no, wait. We're gonna do a best part of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, Dale.
No.
You're gonna do best part of the day?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Best part of the day. My best part of the day was this. My family let me borrow their carpet shampooer. And even though it was a lot of work,
Yeah.
the best part of my day was seeing the clean carpet.
Right after it was done.
Oh, it just looked
That's
good.
satisfying.
Like I was nervous because it was still wet, and I was like, but then it just,
This
I
is
know.
beautiful, this carpet.
It's so good.
It's like brand new.
Yeah.
That's satisfying. I get that.
And now I'm resisting the urge of being like, let's rip the carpet out. Because the truth is, you can just clean them. There's that.
That's a lesson there too.
Yeah.
So everyone,
That's a
educational
good one.
moment.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's
yeah.
my best part of the day.
Okay, great.
Nice.
My best part of the day is like twofold. So I had lunch with a really good friend, my friend Mark Peacock, who works in television, and then directly after that, I had a chat online with my friend Wendy Fox, who's also amazing,
Hi.
who's an actor but now is a copywriter. And I find it hard when I'm working from home. I get a little bit down sometimes not having people to talk
That's
to.
tough.
Yeah, it's like I get really like insular, and so those were the best parts of my day because I was talking to friends, we were sharing, what's going on in our lives, and it was really important for me. Like really kind of helped me
That's important.
come out of my shell
Mm-hmm.
because I like to work from home, but it's hard to
Yeah.
not have people to interact with.
Especially when you're social and
Yeah, like
it's tough.
I'm a pretty mostly an extrovert, like,
Right.
so I feed off of
Yeah,
that.
other people's energies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hard
So-
time working from
Yeah,
home. Best part of my day
yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
was this morning when I woke up and walked into my daughter's room, and she was really happy, and she was holding the crib, and she had this big smile, and she has this hair that just kind of falls perfectly like this on her face, and she just does this. She tries to get it off of her
Oh my
off her
God.
little face, and she just sang the alphabet to me when I walked in, and yeah, she's just.
Gosh.
She's not every morning is like that. I mean, I always have
I was
something
like, oh my god,
screaming and crying, but
No,
today
I
was
want to
like
believe that.
Live in a
today was
rock
like
all
yeah,
day.
today was just a perfect morning wake up with her. It was lovely.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's so
Great way
great.
to start the day.
That'll
Yes.
last you a while. You can take that with you for a
Yeah.
while.
Take it through all the tantrums and meltdowns. Yeah, I'll hold on to that moment.
Oh,
I love
that's great.
I love blowing the hair out of your eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's figured that out, which is pretty impressive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, now you
Listen,
can get to your rules, Dale.
I want to
know
get to
you
my
want to
rules.
get to your
I guess
rules.
that's what I wanted to jump to. Listen, there are hype night rules. They're very simple. All you have to do is accept the hype.
Okay.
that comes to you, and just just take it. Just take all the love and all of your wonderful accomplishments here that we have found. You are welcome to correct us if we're wrong about anything. And also if you want to share hype with anyone, if you did something that you did with someone else, that you're like, oh, this person was amazing or integral to that moment in my life, then you can give them hype as well. And we will hype them muchly.
Excellent.
Yes.
So you started out, you went to Ryerson.
I did.
That's where you met
Your
Matt
husband,
Campania.
yes.
Yes, my husband. You were classmates. And then I read that sort of during your time at Ryerson, or in the summer, you had an internship with CNN. So you went to New Delhi.
I went to New Delhi.
Which sounds amazing. So what was that like?
So that was a really unique experience. I always wanted to work at CNN back then, and I wrote to every CNN bureau in the world, and I just basically sent my resume and said, I'll do anything, anything, and I'll pay my own way, and I'll just be there. And I got 2 responses. One was Miami, one was New Delhi, and I thought New Delhi was really far away and exciting. So my parents are, I know I look South Asian, but my parents are actually from East Africa, so they'd never been to India either. So it was a really cool experience, and it was neat to see what news is like in that part of the world.
Yeah, right.
Like that was really fascinating.
I read that you were like, it was so far away, so you were just like, I'm just gonna go. Like,
I'm like, I need to do something different. I need to do something new and exciting.
That's amazing.
And that was, so that was really cool for an internship.
Yeah, to be able how old were you when you did that?
Oh God, I think I was 21 maybe.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Imagine being 21
Holy
and being
cow.
like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to go to the furthest place I can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and try to work outside of the realm of what the journalism that you know or reporting or anything that you would know. It's like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. Thank
really
you.
cool.
That's,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
holy hype.
Yeah, because I'm thinking
So
about
much
when
hype for that.
where
I
was at
went
21,
to
I'm
school
like,
in Windsor, and it's pretty much as far as I went.
yeah.
In,
I spent a summer in Penetang Machine by myself.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that was really big.
Yeah, but that's so cool.
Like,
Hype.
hype for Penetang Machine.
Penetang.
Penetang. Matt's mom lived in Penetang for a while. She's from.
She was born
Matt's mom was born in Penetang.
Penetang.
Hype to Jane Doherty
Yep,
for
Jane.
growing up in Penetang.
And then imagine, do you ever think sometimes like your life has like a choosing doors kind of thing? Like, had you gone to Miami?
Yeah, what would it be? It would have been very different.
Yeah.
I met some really great friends for life in Delhi, which was really, really neat.
That's
and
cool.
I made friends with the ambassador's daughters, so I really had a cool experience when I was
Nice.
there, and yeah, it was really neat.
It's amazing. I don't even know hardly what that means. That's
Sounds
amazing.
like the title of
Sounds
a
really-
miniseries. Friends with the ambassador's daughter.
They were my age, and we just met and
You hung
hung out
out.
and partied and had fun. And then during the day, I was, really exploring these interesting stories. While I was there was a summit between India and Pakistan, the first one that had happened in a long time, and it was so interesting to even just be part of that.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's amazing.
That's so cool. So right now you are co-anchor at Global Toronto, and it's funny because Melissa was like, "Oh, she did this like amazing thing that won this radio television
Digital News
Award,
Association.
Digital
Yeah,
News
the
Award.
Sam Ross Award.
Yeah,
to be
the
exact.
Sam Ross Award. Yeah,
For
And then-
editorial or commentary.
And then
Thank
I
you.
was like,
You're welcome.
"Oh, that's amazing!" And then she was like, because you were explaining how if everything that was happening in Aleppo was happening in Toronto, how it would be. I was like, "Oh right, I watched that a number of times." Like I remember watching.
Yeah, Jill was
it.
like, "You mean the one with the map?"
With the map?
And I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
so you watched it before you even knew?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
I watched it a
Cool.
couple times because I remember I watched it once and was like, "Wow, this is really amazing." Because I guess you just think that spaces are larger than they are. I'm going to show my own ignorance here quite a bit tonight. So, you just think that spaces are larger than they are. It's such a large conflict. It must be. And then to have it described that way, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm been so enlightened by that. So I was just amazed. I was like, oh, it's all coming together.
Yeah, I mean, it was. We were really thankful to get the award. It was me and a great team. Hype to everyone on our team.
Yes, hype.
The graphic designers who are fantastic, Mike and Dean and Erica Bella, who have produced it, and it's just. But at the end of the day, like I said, the award's great, but it was to show people that this conflict is not so far away.
It's amazing.
I lived in. I visited all over Syria, and I was in Aleppo for a little bit, and. The one thing that struck me about this city was that it was like the economic engine of Syria. Like it was full of industry, and there were great restaurants and beautiful hotels, and it wasn't like this remote area that you couldn't identify with. It felt like it could happen here. There was traffic there. It was just So seeing these images of the Citadel there and things like that, it just really brought it home and said, this, how would we feel if this happened here? Would we just ignore it and act like it's not happening? No, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's easy with the news to and with conflicts that we hear a lot because of 24-hour news. I feel like we hear so much about these places in such a particular context that for me watching it, I thought, right, like let's bring this back to how we're the same and stop othering the situation, like othering the people and othering the place. It's like it's just people in a place, and it struck me the similarities between in terms of like the number of people and in terms of so many similarities.
Or even just being like the way that it was described, like with the Don Valley in the east and the west of Toronto. I was like, oh, I literally make that walk every day to work. Like so a walk that is simple enough that I could do to work, that's a 45-minute walk, is literally an impossible
thing because
walk.
You couldn't
but
the
it's
city's
only,
totally divided.
It's only 45 minutes away. Like it's such an easy thing to do, to walk 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so for that touched me quite quite heavily. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, totally. So
big,
we're gonna we'll put a link in the comments, but the title is "What if the fighting in Aleppo was happening in Toronto?" So that's the piece. So if you haven't seen it yet,
probably seen it.
You should have seen it by now. But if you haven't, we're gonna help you find a way to see it because that's what we do here.
Yeah. Yesterday, as I was, you have a great Twitter feed.
You have an amazing Twitter feed. And
I feel like I don't do. Wait,
no.
I didn't do enough Twitter. Oh, I'm supposed to take a compliment, but thank you.
Take it. Take that compliment.
Thank you. I need to go to the
also, your Instagram is pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your Twitter is amazing.
Yeah.
I was going through it, and then I just got completely addicted to your Faith in Canada series.
Oh.
And then I don't even know how many there are, but I feel like I watched a bunch to the point where I was just like, even
that's one of Dale's like comments in our notes was like, the Faith in Toronto series is amazing. Right?
Yeah, because I don't have the time. I don't have the type of schedule that I can sit down and watch the news. Right. And my family's a news watching family.
Oh, really?
That's what they did. And even like, even we'll go to my grandparents' houses or anything like that, and they sit and they watch the news, So for me, I was like, oh yeah, right, these like segments that used to be a part of my life that I don't watch so often anymore. I was just like flipping through them. Right. Going through your Twitter, and then here's another one. Here's another one with the church or the mosque and stuff.
Them.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go watch them.
Go watch them.
They're great.
And you can follow Farah on Twitter.
Yeah.
She is at Farah Nasser on Twitter and then Farah Nasser Global
at
on Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah. So get all up in that because it's it's really because it's. What I like about your social media feed is that it's edifying and we can see your stuff, but it's also fun and it's great. It's like you get a real sense of you as a person.
I appreciate that. You never know how it goes over, right? Like,
totally.
So that's great to hear. Thank you.
I mean, you saw the duck, so
yeah, you did see that duck.
I did what everybody else did this weekend. Pretty much.
I didn't see the duck. You didn't see the duck.
I should have gone.
You were missing much. I'm
no.
not gonna lie.
Your kids were like sort of.
My kids were like, my husband and I are smiling. I mean,
I love that about kids, though, right? They're like. So it's a big duck.
Well, they were like, why can't we go on this? Like, what is the point of this?
Right.
We're just gonna look at this? Like, why are we here?
A little bit, they have a point.
They totally have a point.
Yeah, it's like
we stayed for like 5 minutes, and then we met up with friends and went for lunch.
Was it soft? Like, not that you could touch it, but like, did it look
soft? Yeah. My coworker went inside. Actually, went inside it. Yeah, I think he might have been one of the only journalists to go inside the duck. And he had to enter through the rear, which
fantastic,
amazing.
That's how you get in a duck.
That's how you get in a duck, everybody.
So, but he said it was just kind of like a giant blimp, right? Like it's just like it's filled with air. So it's like you're in those. I guess tennis things, those.
I wanted it to be.
Or is it like a bouncy castle, but not fun?
Kinda inside, yeah. Right. I guess inside a bouncy castle,
but not fun at all.
I'm not happy anymore. I want it to be like a real, tangible, touchable, always stays a duck thing.
That's the thing. You want it to be. Oh, you want it to be like a hard-shelled
like
duck,
a plastic,
like an actual life-size rubber ducky.
Yeah.
That would be hard for them to make, Dale.
Yeah.
Well,
and transport. How would they transport that?
How would that work?
It goes in the water.
Yeah, it would be like a duck. How would a rubber ducky get transported?
Yeah, but that's you descend it on a journey. Is it like a ship? I don't know.
Yeah, you put it. Listen, that duck boat will fit on a bigger boat.
We need a bigger boat.
First of all, it's not a duck boat. It's just a duck, but that's okay. That's okay.
It's a duck.
I like your imagination.
Hype for Dale's imagination and Dale's desires. They're strong
for it to be a big real duck.
Yeah.
I think, this duck brought a lot of people to the Waterfront Festival because I haven't seen that many people on the waterfront in a long time, but I think your duck would bring even more people.
I agree.
I know. And
Yeah.
then it wouldn't be able to leave because it'd be so big and heavy.
I think anything interactive is gonna have more of a pull as well,
Yeah.
right?
When the Eiffel Tower was built, a lot of Parisians didn't like it. This is like our Eiffel Tower.
That's
Yeah,
it.
This is our Eiffel Tower.
That's
Not
it.
the CN Tower, but the Eiffel. Yeah.
Everyone's like, forget that thing.
Forget
Like,
that
that
thing.
That
Here's
amazing
this
light up thing.
jug.
Yeah.
But you did host a lot. You did a lot for Canada 150. I saw a lot of posts.
Yeah, it was a busy, definitely
yeah,
a busy
did a lot of-
weekend.
yeah.
It was a busy
Lot of
weekend.
events.
At first I was like, oh, you're in Mississippi. Oh, you were everywhere.
Yeah, you like, then you went here, then you went there, then you went here.
I was in Ottawa on the eve of Canada Day
Right.
for a really interesting gala. So I did that Faith series.
Yeah.
This gala was 300 faith leaders from all over Canada. And it's just this interesting thing, faith, because people don't like to talk about it. People are kind of, they shy away from it and that kind of thing. So these were people talking about how faith exists now and how you can be, belong to a faith and how different faiths can work together and live together in Canada. So that was this dinner I did on the Friday night. And then the next morning, while everybody was flying into Ottawa, I left Ottawa to host the celebration in my own hometown in Mississauga.
Awesome.
The Celebration
Amazing.
Square was Kanon, and it was a lot of fun. Kanon.
Oh,
He's
I
waving
like
that
that.
flag.
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
national hero now.
He
It's
totally
like,
is.
It's like, yeah.
He's in that
Terrific.
cool video that Lin-Manuel Miranda made too.
I
That
know.
Immigrants, We Get the Job Done video.
We get
Cool.
the job done.
Yeah.
I know.
Hype.
That was
Hype
pretty
and
great. I
truth.
watched that whole thing the other day too. It was
Yeah.
really good.
And,
Really
and my highlight of seeing Kanon was Kanon's mom,
Oh yeah.
who was there and was just beaming watching him. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Yeah,
That's
for
pretty
Mary,
great.
she was so sweet. I hung out with her. It was like, people were like, did you make Kanon? I'm like, no, but I met his mom.
Yeah,
I
right.
love it. That's
Exactly.
great.
Hype to Kanon's mom.
Yes, absolutely.
We
Yeah,
give you
for
tons
sure.
of hype.
So I have some career highlights here. So Air France crash. You
Covered on
covered that in 2005.
Yeah.
G20 in 2010.
G20 was crazy. Yeah.
That was-
Definitely a
I
career
have-
highlight. Yeah.
Funny fact.
Funny fact.
Dale. So
Was
when
arrested. No.
we were talking about this.
I had a moment where it came very close, but no, I wasn't arrested.
We were talking about this tonight, about your accomplishments before you got here, and Dale was like, "Oh yeah, I did some coverage on the G20." And I was
For
like,
CBC.
"Sorry, what?"
I know. I was
Dale
like,
leads many lives.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that moment where I wrote, so I was a part of this, like the CBC street team they called it, and we did stories like just based on the fact that we were going to be there the whole time because I was working at Second City, and Second City didn't close even though we were,
You were, yeah.
right against the wall, right against the fence basically.
Yeah, that's right.
So I had to go to like work. I had to go through the police lines and everything like that to go to work. So that was my G20 experience. Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
incredible.
And I had, that whole weekend was just a crazy weekend. So
It was.
to kind of be in part of it and be there, but also be like, I have to go to work. Like,
Right.
it's a Second City's a subversive theater. It was, known for like protecting people during the riots in Chicago and stuff like that. And so, I think that they were just like, this is who we are. We're going to stay open for it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was really, really interesting covering it. We were the only camera crew at Queen and Spadina who were filming it live.
Right.
Right.
When all that
Yeah,
stuff was
that's right.
happening.
Yeah.
So,
During the last bit, like the big
When
there was
the
gonna
yeah,
be
big
that
Sunday
last
night.
house.
Like I was
Yeah.
live pretty much all weekend, but that
Oh
was the
gosh.
moment. It was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And just watching what was happening and saying, this isn't our city. Like and having that feeling like this isn't right. What's happening? Like
Yeah, it
knowing
was-
as a journalist, like what's going on here. And I was in the field live, and then I went on the anchor desk and I interviewed one of the key police officials in charge and said, how are you justifying this? Like why are you taking these people? And it was really great to hold police accountable. And in the end, it wasn't just our coverage; it was coverage from so many journalists and so many people who thought this is really impacting civil liberties here,
Yes.
and that really instituted change and made change and
I got
held
searched
officers accountable.
so many times.
Yeah.
I just got searched so many times.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember just being like, all right, here, like, but I was with Rob Baker, who can he's the kind of man who's gonna stand up and say what he thinks about it, and it was just like, it'd be like, no, or why are you asking me that, or I work here, or I'm going, and it was just interesting to just be like, my gosh.
And that weekend you couldn't do that. Like you had to,
you
were
had to, like,
treated, even journalists, like we were,
just walking down the street, I was like, this is not Toronto. This is weird.
A different city.
Wow. Well, and I stayed away from sort of like that whole area that weekend, not on purpose even, but just because of what I was doing. But the whole city felt different. Like you could just feel an energy shift in Toronto, where it just, as you said, it didn't feel like our city.
Yeah. I mean, police cars burning on Queen Street. It was just like witnessing that and saying, "What? Like, where am I?"
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? Amazing though to be able to be like, go up to the police and say like, "What's happening here?"
Yeah.
You know?
What are you doing? Do you think
doing?
this is right? Like, do you think what is the reason? Why are these people being? I mean, because we're seeing like, old elderly people. We're seeing parents with kids. We're like, why are they quarantined? Like, what was the point of that thing?
That was
so
weird.
that was It's like your journalistic spidey senses tell you like something is up. This is not right.
Yeah, absolutely. And then hearing afterward all of because I know there was a person in the arts community, in the theater community, who was taken away and was held, and then wrote a show about it, basically. Wrote like all these sort of social media posts and then wrote a show about it, and just the aftermath of it too, and everything. So hype to you for being like in the thick of it and for calling, police on that and holding them accountable. That's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
So much hype.
Oh my gosh.
So much hype.
I gotta go to my second page here.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
So you do a lot of, you've been doing a lot of volunteering for many, many years. I also read somewhere that you and your husband really connected over the importance of volunteering and a feeling of that.
Yeah, it's something we've done in our community. I'm an Ismaili Muslim, and we do a lot of, I guess, volunteer, charity work. My husband was in Afghanistan helping refugees who wanted to come back to Afghanistan from refugee camps in Pakistan just before I met him. And I've also done, I was in Syria for work that the Aga Khan Development Network is doing, and in East Africa as well for that same kind of work. And we do a walk every year called the World Partnership Walk that raises money for Africa and Asia for sustainable solutions to help people. One of the projects that I'm really proud of was in Zanzibar. It was a village that the land was barren, so they couldn't grow anything. So the women were like, we gotta do something. So they started making soap. They got a microfinance loan, and they started making soap, and they sold it at a market, and they raised enough money to build a school for their kids.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
Like, we think we have like first world problems.
I
They
know.
have a school for their kids, and this school, like, it was just incredible because there were kids in it, but then the kids that couldn't fit in it were literally hanging from the windows, the bars, just trying to, because they wanted to learn so badly.
Yes.
And then the women, and we weren't giving the women money for the school. We were like, you have to do your own thing, but we'll help you to start this business.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got there, they were building a washroom for the school. Like, it's just these basic things that were, and the community's thriving now. These kids now, I was there years ago, so they're probably grown up, but
That's amazing.
pretty exciting.
incredible.
We should put a
Hype,
link.
so
We
much
should
hype.
put a link to so that if anybody wants to support that, they have a link to be able to do that. We will put something out.
We will do
That's
that,
pretty
yeah.
amazing.
And is that, you said, is that through the Aga Khan Foundation?
Yeah, that's
amazing.
yeah.
Cool. Well, I was reading about your work with the Arthritis Research Foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and you're on the board of directors with them right now. Yeah, and your power and movement and all of that. And it's interesting. I have my family's been touched by autoimmune conditions.
Oh.
So, and they're so frustrating. And the fact that
That's a really good word. Hey.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
the right word.
it's frustrating because there's such an it's always like unknown. You have an unknown this or an unknown that, like an unknown condition, and we don't know why you have it, and we don't know if you'll
We don't know how to fix it.
We don't know
Yeah.
how to fix it.
Yeah.
We don't know how long it'll affect you.
Yeah.
So I read some of your story. I have a little bit of goosebumps talking about it. I read your story about how you were affected by autoimmune and stuff like that, your autoimmune condition, and I was really moved by the fact that not only, it's one thing to be like, I'm going to figure out what's wrong and I'm going to try to, help myself through these things, but then to share and to get involved and to help and support other people with it. I'm very moved by your work with them.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank
yeah.
you. It's I was diagnosed with this autoimmune condition when I was very young. Matt remembers this well because he helped me through it. But it's basically an autoimmune condition called polyarteritis nodosa, and it affects your blood vessels. And I remember when I got the diagnosis, a doctor handed me a sticky note with the name, and the doctor looked like she was going to cry. And I was like, what is going on? I'm in the prime of my career.
Yeah.
I was reporting for a radio station then, and just loving my new job and running all over Toronto, and it just totally slowed me down.
Yeah.
And eventually I got a lot better. I got the right cocktail of medicine and things like that. But
and that's a long journey.
Oh my
Like
God,
finding
is it
the
ever?
the right dosages of things and which works for
it's crazy
It's a
because
huge
everybody is so it's so personal,
it can
right?
take
It can
years.
take years, and you have to wait. After you try these drugs, you gotta wait 6 months to see if the drug works.
Yeah.
You gotta try it's just frustrating is the right word.
Yeah.
My mom has rheumatoid arthritis. My grandmother passed away from scleroderma, another autoimmune illness.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And these are things that run in the family. More
Right.
women get diagnosed than men. So I know you said I did help people, and I am bringing awareness to this, but it is also for selfish reasons because I know that it really runs in my family, and I want to find a cure.
Sure.
You know, to make sure that this doesn't
It's
happen
also
to my
just,
family and other families.
Like people can go around with their lives and not realize that it's a real problem for themselves too. Like you can have an autoimmune disorder and not realize that it's like, no, you don't need to ache all the time, or you don't need to
that's right.
have these things, and then get your autoimmune markers checked.
Yes.
When you go to the doctor, because it can even be as simple as that for some conditions. You might not even realize you have a problem, but it's just a little checkbox on when you deal. And if you say, my mother has a condition or arthritis or stiff or scleroderma, things like that, you're like, well, that's gonna run down.
Yeah. Genetics. Yeah.
So. And so
you work with the Arthritis Research Foundation,
right? In which we raise money for research to find a cure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we'll also try and link to that.
Thank you.
If there's any way people want to get involved and donate.
Or come to the Power of Movement.
Yes,
my
come to the
favorite
Power of
fundraiser
Movement.
of the year.
Yes.
I'd love for you guys to
Tell
join
us
us next
more
year.
about Power of Movement.
It's in March, and it's the largest yoga fundraiser. Well, you know what? It did when we started it. It was the largest yoga fundraiser. Now everybody does yoga fundraisers. So don't quit with that time. But it is. It's amazing. I mean, it's hundreds of people doing yoga in one room.
Awesome.
The energy is palpable. Like it's just you. Oh, it's just such a great feeling. And after you're done that class, everyone's in such a good mood and happy and. It's fantastic.
Oh my God, How often would you say, like, are you like do a lot of yoga in your life?
I do more Pilates now, so I do Pilates a couple times a week. I did definitely go through a yoga phase. But it helps me. It helps with my joints. It helps me move. It helps me, with everyday
Pilates,
stuff.
man.
So
Pilates
is so hard.
It is hard. Pilates is hard. It's like, it's nice because you lie down and then you're like, oh wait. Then lying down is deceptive because now it's so much effort.
Now I just have to lift my leg an inch off the ground.
That's right. And
This is
hold
the
it
worst.
there. Yeah. It's
good for you.
Good for you. Hype for that and hype for this.
I'm gonna sit up a little straighter.
Right?
Pilates.
So we'll do it. Do you want to do a little lightning round?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, let me get some. I think we're gonna
lightning round
do
music?
If I Had a Chicken. Is going to be the song we're going to do. Thank you, Open Source Music.
Thank you, Open Source Music.
chicken.
It's one of my favorites. This is my favorite one.
Nice.
So we do different types of lightning round depending on who we've got, and today we are going to do all the places we've worked.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. Global news. We already talked about.
CP2 for news anchor and reporter.
That's right. City TV news anchor and reporter.
A Channel News reporter. That was wait. Was A Channel when you were in Barrie, but you worked for the Toronto Bureau.
You're right. Yeah, that's right.
Mostly, I just wanted to say Toronto Bureau because it sounds very fancy. So there you go.
You also worked for Toronto One.
That's right.
And you were a writer over there as well.
Yeah, Matt worked there too.
That's right. Classic Toronto One days. CFRB 1010, where you were a news anchor, a reporter, and a producer. You started out as a producer, and then you worked your way up to reporting.
To let me report.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
As you should.
Which brings us right back to CNN.
It's your intern, yeah.
Right.
You've done a lot of amazing things.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Wow, when you list it all like that, I seem pretty old, eh?
No, you
It's just that you fit so much in.
6 months here, 6 months there.
That's right. Oh my God, I've worked. If we looked at all the jobs I've had,
Right? Isn't it
I
funny?
quit jobs a lot.
I have like 6 right now.
I know, I have like several right now, and I also am like, this isn't for me, I'm gonna go over here.
You're like, I'm good. I need to quit some jobs.
Okay, well,
It's all in due time.
All in due time.
Who will it be?
Find out next week on iPride.
That's right.
What jobs has Dale quit? They're gonna find out as well.
I feel like we're coming to the.
I know, sadly.
It's sad.
This always happens where we're like, we could talk so much longer.
This was wow.
Yeah,
I know.
we're already
That went
at,
by so
it's already
fast.
been
I
like
know.
almost 40 minutes.
You're
You're
kidding.
No, I know.
I know.
That was
It's
fast.
it's
Yeah.
wonderful and it's fast. You've been a wonderful guest, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I loved getting to know you and read all of your stuff and look at your segments and stuff. And now that I'm following you on Twitter and Instagram, I'll be able to see like a bunch more.
It's true. I just don't. This is gonna sound so bad because I was gonna say I don't know how you do it, which is such an awful like female cliche nowadays, right? Where it's like, remember that terrible Sarah Jessica Parker movie? I don't know how she does it. Like I don't mean it at all like that because I don't mean it in that weird pandering reductive female way. But I feel like reading. I've been so inspired reading just how much you do in your life. Not only the amazing reporting, but how much volunteer work, and you just seem like you have so much that you give back to the world.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I
your
really love
family
that.
and your children as well. It's a huge. Listen, it's a lot.
Listen,
It's
kids.
a lot.
Listen, everybody.
everybody.
That's a people know.
Kids is another job.
Kids
Yeah.
is a whole other thing.
But the
That's
most fulfilling job.
yeah, it's huge and it's wonderful and it's so much.
It is so
It's
much.
So
much.
much.
It is so
You
much.
can
I
add
don't know,
whatever
but I
after
hear.
it.
So
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
after you want. So yeah.
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Thank
you.
Our pleasure.
Yay.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
Please like our page, review our page, share our page, whatever feels good
Oh,
to you.
can I just ask? Can we ask a question?
Yeah, let's ask a question.
'Cause someone asked us a question on.
Sure.
Oh, and we didn't get a
Yeah.
chance to get to it. Okay,
Yeah. No. I kind of jumped it. So
Okay.
then, did you have any high school jobs? What did you do before you were into journalism?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good
Thank you,
question.
Dennis
Dennis, thank you for that
Thank you,
question.
Dennis.
or Denny, really.
Or Denny.
Denny, merci
Villeneuve.
pour la question. Okay. So two jobs. One job was my aunt's pharmacy where I counted pills, which probably I wasn't also allowed to do, but anyway, I did it.
No, as a
And
standardized
as a
patient who
15
works for the faculty of pharmacy, I'm going to say probably not.
I was also 15, okay. My first job. And the second job I had was at Dynamite at Square One, where I was
Yes!
a sales associate.
Yeah.
And I thought my job was the most important job in the world. I was third key holder, and if anybody wanted to go, third key holder. So if the assistant manager and the manager couldn't make it, it was me to close the
Oh my
store.
gosh. You were like,
It sounds like a
"Save."
fantasy, like live action role play
It was
game.
but it was crazy. My friends would be like, let's go to the movie. I'm like, I'm third key holder. I cannot join you guys tonight.
Oh my
I have
God,
a
I
very
love it.
important job. I gotta close the store.
So responsible.
Well,
You're
of
like, I have
course
to
you-
protect all of these
Yes.
rayon shirts.
Oh, exactly. Polyester cotton blends.
That's
Somebody
right.
might take
That's
one.
right.
I don't know.
all of
No,
these
all this
belts.
costume jewelry.
I need
yeah.
all of these fancy belts.
That's exactly what it was.
Well, it's no wonder that you became a news anchor because just the way you delivered that moment, I'm like, you're in charge, and the world is better for it.
Yeah.
Dynamite was better for it.
Dynamite.
And now
Yeah,
the world's Toronto is best.
for sure.
The
And
world of Toronto.
we
is
are
better
getting some
for it.
questions about motivational quotes.
Oh.
If anybody has any motivational quotes.
Oh, my favorite one is "This too shall pass," because whenever I am and people have it tattooed.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever get a tattoo, but if I was, that's what it would be, because it's just, for me, that's when I'm in a tough moment. I just have to remind myself, "This too shall pass." That's just
Oh yeah.
I have a
Keep
similar
going.
one. It's one my mom says. It's been a lot of Lynn today.
A whole lot of Lynn.
A lot of Lynn. Is for now. For now.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
all for now. If you're happy, it's for now. If you're sad, it's for now.
Well,
That's
that's
true.
good.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know that I have I guess I have like the philosophy of whenever I start to feel like I'm spiraling, which happens, like where I'm like, oh no, I'm going down this rabbit hole of bad thoughts, or oh no, I'm freaking out, is like, I just try to say, be here now. Like, just feet on the ground, just be here now.
There's a lot of similarity in this.
It's
eh?
very, yeah, it's a very
just
common,
like,
yeah,
cool.
be here now.
All right.
Well,
Oh
thank
my
you for
gosh.
your questions,
Thank you for your
everybody,
questions.
and
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week
Yeah.
we have Lena Carrillo.
Lana Carrillo.
Lena Carrillo's
You may watch Max and Ruby,
Yeah.
and she is the voice of Ruby.
Of Ruby. So,
So-
make sure to join. There's so much more to her, and she's really
Yeah,
lovely
that's
and
just
wonderful.
the tip of the Lana Carrillo
Yeah,
iceberg.
Lena Carrillo. So you'll be joining us tomorrow. Next week. Next week.
Next Wednesday. Follow Farah on Insta, on Twitter. Catch her on Global News.
5:30 and 6
5:30
weekdays.
and 6
There you go.
weekdays.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you like the show today, you can always go and give us a review and give us a little review and tell us what you think of Hype Night.
And
Thank
we
you.
hope you have a great night.
Thanks.
And this is our favorite
Music?
Our music.
It's pretty relaxing.
It's nice. It's got a good
That's
vibe.
nice.
And then it has a funny voice, which is our favorite part.